be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many L's, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Green 80. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Bang out. Bam. 61. Match box. Right. Switch.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch.
I'll go special.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, we got 3 down. Check 50. Say.
Got it.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
15 line. 15 line.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 18 Gators. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Shoot.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Forward, Mike. No chance. Check.
Chopper. Go.
Mark to the backfield. 541.
Hey, seam 6. Seam Trevor.
To throw on 3rd down. Humphries. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Austin. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Funchess. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Humphries. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. An update from Denver, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense.
Williams only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
36 power.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Touch, 380.
14. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Help. Watch the twist.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
3 buzz.
Smart that. 93's the mic.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Alpha.
Back to throw. Humphries. And complete to Zach Ertz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Humphries. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
At the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off play action. Humphries completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready?
First down, Jaguars.
Let's go one more.
On 1st and 10, Humphries. Lee's got it over the middle. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape. X3. 218. Chop it. 5.
From the gun, Humphries going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jake Ryan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check safety, check safety.
Check.
Get him on. West.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
You got nothing.
Friday.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Check 50.
Check 93.
Go.
93's the mic. Tackles. Check 93's the mic.
Hey, alert.
Come on. Army. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go, D.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught, blocked it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 22 yards there, a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 3rd down, Humphries. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
41's the mark. 41's the mark. Check 41. Hey, Orban. Snap.
Looking to throw. Humphries. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Down. 8-3.
Undercrush.
Topper.
Throwing on 1st down. Humphries. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. 10 over. 5.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This will be caught at about the 5. And, this is going to depend on forward progress, but they're saying no, he didn't get there. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
That one good for 33 and a 1st. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
You better be ready. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Humphreys. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Humphreys. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Off the play fake. Humphreys. Funches has it complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And the Jaguars first down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40, the 30, past the 20, 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's just me and you.
Protein spill.
He's crazy.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Humphries. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218. Chopper.
On 1st down, Humphries. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Shark's got it left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
On 1st and 10, Humphries. Open man right side is Shark. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Jaguar, 1st down.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Jet. Go.
Operating from the gun, Humphries under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jaron Reed has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Humphries is going to let this go deep for Lee, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Humphries. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Humphries being chased out left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's coming. Double up. Double up.
They begin the drive with Williams. Powerful running. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 96 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
18 Gators, 54, line 54.
And let's get this, get this.
Fournette, a first down carry. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to let it fly. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 4th down, Humphreys. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
All go special! All go special!
After the interception, here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing. Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving. Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
19.
Check 93's the mark. Let's go. Get him. Check 93's the mic. 93.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from second to third down. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. At scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big scam when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.